Without their Romanian international Dan Petrescu, who's suspended for this game, and that's meant a reshuffle with Steve Clarke, who's been playing at centre-back in recent games, reverting to his old position on the right. They call them wing-backs these days. Andy Myers comes into the centre of Chelsea's defence. It's his first game for over 2 months. But the big news is the appearance of Mark Hughes against his old club. Hughes has a calf injury. He's hardly trained at all this week, and it was thought that he wouldn't be fit in time. But Glenn Hoddle was delighted to reveal today that Hughes has made it. Well, Manchester United haven't fared quite so well at all with injuries. Gary Pallister is still missing with a back injury, so David May continues to deputise in defence, and fullback Dennis Irwin is another absentee. But an even bigger blow to United came only this morning with the loss of skipper Steve Bruce, injured yesterday in training and unable to get fit in time. Philip Neville comes in at right back with his brother Gary switching to the centre of defence, and David Beckham comes to fill a gap in midfield. Lee Sharp will drop into the left back role. Manchester United bidding to reach the FA Cup final for the 4th time, incredibly, in the last 6 years. So these two teams, who rather proved an unequal match, it has to be said, when they met in the 1994 final, Manchester United winning that day quite comfortably in the end by 4-0. I'm sure if current form is anything to go by, they'll be rather more closely matched today. Chelsea certainly an unpredictable sort of team, but on their day they're good enough to beat anybody. Manchester United have run into a really consistent patch of form themselves of late. Stephen Lodge from Barnsley is today's referee. And I know that many millions of Manchester United supporters in particular will be watching this match all over the world. Danny Corbett down there in Sydney, welcome to him, a United fanatic. And no one is more fanatical about the cause than this man, Steve Bruce, and he will be so disappointed to miss out on this big occasion. And what that means, of course, as Chelsea all in blue get us underway with Dennis Wise in possession, is that Manchester United have lost both their first choice centre-backs. First touch for Peter Schmeichel, and before that for Roy Keane, who was sent off playing for the Republic of Ireland in midweek. The opening minutes of a match as important as this are usually tense and nervous until the teams settle down, or at least try to. Myers will play on the left-hand side of Chelsea's 3 centre-backs. David Lee here in the centre, and trying to spread play out to Spencer, the Scottish international, on this near side. Played for Scotland, in fact, in midweek in their international friendly against Australia. Cole with the flick on, cleared by Lee, only as far as Keane, and now Neville, wearing number 20 for Manchester United today. Gary Neville, number 23, is his brother, his younger brother, Philip Neville. Sharp carrying Manchester United onto the attack, straight into Steve Clarke. Giggs. Clarke won the challenge. So Manchester United throw. Hullet thought it was Chelsea's. And Dewberry concedes another throw. Lee Sharp. Cantona. And now Nicky Butt. That was a good challenge, though. Picked up by Keane to Sharp. Keane takes over again. A lot of United men forward here, and that's the first corner of the game to Manchester United in the 4th minute. Dewberry, the defender who conceded it. Once again, the aerial threat will come from David May and Eric Cantona. Mark Hughes defending against his old side from this corner, which is hit very deep. Cantona showing his trickery in possession, but he overdid it perhaps that time. But no matter how tense the occasion, Cantona, a player who can delight with his skills and control. That's a dangerous looking cross as it happens, and the clearance has only gone as far as Sharp. That's a good ball to Giggs. Danger here for Chelsea. Oh, and it's hit the post. Beckham shot smacked against the upright with Hitchcock totally beaten. What a let-off for Chelsea as Gullit takes them onto the counter-attack. Looks for Hughes inside the box. And from that counter-attack, they get their first corner of the game. But they could so easily have been kicking off a goal down here. Hitchcock was absolutely flat-footed and had no chance of reaching that shot. Gullit, meantime, for Chelsea now. And Keane's headed clearance. He's furious with the marking, or lack of it, by colleagues in front of him. And the Chelsea fans could well have been starting this match in misery. Going the goal down to Manchester United was not the game plan. And the corner strategy didn't quite pay off there. Lee and Dewberry not exactly troubling the Manchester United goalkeeper. May's header finds Keane, who drops deep to pick up everything in that middle third of the field. Neville looking for Cole. It's a good-looking ball as well. Lee's clearance has only taken it to Andy Cole, and Giggs is in the middle. Well, it's not the strongest point of his game, Ryan Giggs. Perhaps if Andy Cole had been on the end of the cross rather than the other way around, United might have had something here. He did well, Cole, an acrobatic ball into the middle. Giggs' header was not really powerful enough to beat Hitchcock. Ruud Gullit for Chelsea, dispossessed by Keane. 10 minutes gone, no goals here at Villa Park in the first of today's double bill of FA Cup semi-finals. And here's the Giggs header again, which didn't seriously trouble the Chelsea keeper. Gullit getting the ball onto Hughes. And the Dutchman takes over again. Now Dennis Wise. Help forward to Clark. And on to Gullit. Clark again. He could have caught Schmeichel out then. That was a near thing. Lovely interplay between Gullit and Clark. And the final effort saw Schmeichel slightly off his line. And as he lobbed him, he wasn't so far away. Easily one of those shots that could have dropped over the goalkeeper's outstretched fingers and gone in. Something like 4 years, in fact, since Steve Clark last scored a goal, so that would have been a real collector's item. Here's Philip Neville for Manchester United. Cantona's header has gone straight to Myers. Now Wise, foul by Keane. Wise just gets on with it. Clark. Burley. Haven't seen too much of him in the opening minutes here. And astonishingly, the referee seems to have overruled the linesman there. I thought that was a Chelsea throw-in, as they did. Keane. And the tackle's flying in here, as you'd expect. He did really well then, Burley. Now Mark Hughes. Phelan on the overlap on the left. Gullit and Hughes inside the penalty area. It's pulled back, in fact, to Burley. And the big central defender, Dewberry, coming forward. He can crack the ball if they give him an inkling. And that's a brilliant effort! Both teams have been denied by the woodwork. And in it goes towards Mark Hughes. Schmeichel with a very impressive punch clear. And Dewberry, unfortunate not to give Chelsea the lead here. They backed off the Manchester United defence. They invited the shot, and Michael Dewberry didn't let them down. Here's Clark. Burley. Chelsea will be lifted by that, and Gullit is in the middle but missed the cross completely. David Beckham now for Manchester United. straight onto the roof of the stand. But here's the near thing for Chelsea. He cracked that one beautifully. Schmeichel totally and utterly beaten, as Hitchcock was by Beckham's shot earlier in the game. Would have been a wonderful goal. In fact, he's only scored 2 goals for Chelsea, and both of them have come in FA Cup ties. Strange fact about Michael Dewberry, who is only 20 and is having a storming first season in the senior team. But here's Giggs testing him to the full, and Cole with what would have been a very acrobatic effort. Not sure how much he knew about it. Did the ball hit him? Did he make a deliberate header? Only he knows the truth. Odd thing is that Gullit at the moment is just not on top of his game at all. Here's Nicky Butt and Keane linking for United. May. Cole is offside. And Andy Cole it was, who tested Chelsea moments earlier. Giggs with a terrific pullback cross. And Cole met it at all the wrong angle, really. Lee Sharp for United. Looking for Cole, edge of the box, cleared by Lee. Burley for Chelsea. Has Gullit down the right. He may not have the pace, but he's got enormous strength and the ability to pick men out normally. Not that time. Now, Ryan Giggs. Cole. He's on his own here. He'll have to go all the way. Giggs is getting forward in support. And Cantona's there, and Giggs! It was wonderful football by Manchester United. Their 3 biggest stars combining to create an opening. Giggs made up a lot of ground to get in support of Cole and then get on the end of the ball from Cantona. Hitchcock was looking at the linesman and expecting an offside flag. It never came. They passed the ball so well. And we have at the top of the English Premier League at the moment 3 teams who are playing the game the way it should be played in United, Newcastle and Liverpool. Sharp on to Giggs. Dewberry is big and strong, and you don't get round him easily. Goal kick, Giggs claiming it should be a corner. Made his big breakthrough this season, Dewberry, and kept calm then against Giggs. Now, who's the last to touch this one? That should have been a corner. Referee made a mistake then. Keane heading it back to Giggs. It's a foul by Cole. And the referee will have a word with him. I don't think he'll produce the yellow card. He got a crack on the head there, Dewberry. It's incredible to think that Dewberry had only made 1 senior appearance before this season. He looks so composed, doesn't he? He was definitely fouled there by Cole, and then got the crack on the head. Bit of frustration there for Andy Cole. Things not going well for him at the moment. Just 2 goals in his last 12 games. Beckham dispossesses Hughes, but Hughes keeps battling away in typical style. And Gullit is in the middle. Yes!
Master has scored for Chelsea, and Hughes, the former Manchester United hero, was the man who made the goal with a typical example of his persistence. Many forwards would have given up when he lost the initial challenge. He didn't, and Gullit had the easiest job to head beyond Schmeichel and give Chelsea the lead here in this FA Cup semi-final. Terrific work by Hughes. And Gullit does not miss chances like that. Here goes Nicky Butt as Manchester United now look to get level straight away with Andy Cole. But again, Keane, Cantona,
A claim for handball against against Phelan, but the referee said no, play on. Well, what a start for Chelsea. They could have been a goal down. They hit the bar themselves. They've had to see Manchester United have an awful lot of possession in this first half, but now they are a goal in front. And here's the man who made it. Hughes on to Wise. That's a great ball by Dennis Wise. Phelan flying down that left flank. And no one in the box for him at the moment. He's got a hold. Wise again. Oh, what a good ball to the goal scorer, Ruud Gullit. Brilliant run by Gullit. Oh, he's up for it now. He made a quiet start by his enormously high standards, but that goal has given him and Chelsea a terrific lift. Ruud Gullit's 6th goal for Chelsea and 3rd in the FA Cup. And he was looking to add another to the tally here. Not so far away. Dangerous header back into his own half there by Beckham. He's made up for his own error though. Lee Sharp. And but under pressure from Burley. Gary Neville turning it back, and this is what Chelsea want to see. Manchester United playing in their own half. They can't do Chelsea any damage there. Schmeichel opts for the long ball forward, headed away by Lee, and there's a tremendous effort by Cantona. Oh dear, that was vintage Cantona. The ball dropped. Most players would have really struggled to control it, never mind hit it, but he whacked it on the volley and it hit the outside of the post. This was an unbelievable effort. Look at that. The distance and the perfectly executed technique of one of the most difficult things to do in the game, the volley. My word, what a goal that would have been. Would have been replaying that for another 5 years, I think, if that had gone in, as Gullit gets Chelsea moving on. Schmeichel's interception. Manchester United have twice now been denied by the post. A different one, as it happens, in each case. Cantona dispossessed though. Keane with a dangerous tackle there, I thought. The referee has allowed play to go on though. And I thought Keane went in a bit high then myself. Referee Lodge saw nothing wrong with it. Look at this. They could show that in coaching manuals. That is a perfect volley, although I don't suppose it is perfect. If it's perfect, it goes in. Even Gullit would have admired that. Foul by Hughes on Gary Neville. Umirev. How much is the loss of the influential Bruce? And of course Pallister counting now for Manchester United. Here's Beckham. Gave the ball to no one in particular. And Johnson got it away. Andy Cole still finding life frustrating. Up he goes again. Dewberry gets it away. Anywhere will do for Chelsea now. They just need to hold on till the referee's whistle, which can't be long in coming. And there it is, in fact. Half-time at Villa Park, and it's Chelsea who go off with a 1-goal lead. The scorer, Ruud Gullit. A close-range header after excellent approach play by the former Manchester United man, Mark Hughes. Dewberry has also hit the bar for Chelsea, but Manchester United, to Ferguson's frustration, have twice hit the post through Beckham, and a glorious volley by Eric Cantona. Still an awful lot left in this match then. The half-time score, Chelsea 1, Manchester United 0. Peter Schmeichel, beaten that once, beaten twice, in all honesty, when Dewberry's shot smacked against the crossbar. He would never have got to that. And although Chelsea have had to play second fiddle to Manchester United for much of this game, their ability to hit United on the break has been a key factor and might continue to be so now. In the second half, I would expect to fall into much the same pattern, with Manchester United enjoying most of the possession. There's a wild clearance by Burley, Craig Burley, who played for Scotland against Australia in midweek. Now Wise, one back by Keane, and he gets it again. Cantona, Beckham. This is Roy Keane. Good vision, spread it across to Neville. And that's not a bad ball for Sharp. Played the cross in behind the three United men who were waiting in the middle. Lee Sharp, not a regular this season because of injuries and illness, but back to good form at the moment, and with great cross by him. And Hitchcock did just what all Chelsea fans would have wanted then, came out and claimed it as his own. Well, I dare say there'll be increasing pressure in this second half on Andy Cole, because he knows that on the United substitutes bench they have Paul Scholes, who's second only in the scoring list to Eric Cantona this season. Well, they've got the backs of the wall a bit here, Chelsea. Giggs comes to regain possession and leave it to Sharp. No foul given. The United fans screaming for a free kick. Cole comes to win it back. Real determination in Manchester United's play now. Cantona. It's all United, but they're still a goal behind. Philip Neville, but this is Beckham. May. That's a great return ball for Phil Neville. Oh, he's done well to get round Spencer. And it's a good-looking cross. Cole couldn't quite reach it. Cantona can it? Turned in by Cole. Manchester United draw level. 10 minutes into the second half. And no wonder they've gone across to congratulate Phil Neville, because his brilliant work down the right-hand side really made this goal. Totally deceived Spencer. Got the cross in deep. Cole couldn't reach it. Cantona's header probably would have gone in anyway, but Cole made absolutely sure, poaching it on the goal line. It's his goal. His 11th of the season. And Manchester United, I have to say, deservedly are level. Thanks in particular to 19-year-old Phil Neville, who made a storming run down the right-hand side. Myers winning it back and finding Phelan. What a great piece of play that was by Neville. Spencer dived in, but there was an awful lot of work to do there. He was very tight to the line, came off the defender. Cantona's had a heading for the corner of the net, I'm sure. Well, it's a moot point who actually made the final touch. I'm sure before it had gone over the line, it was Cole's boot that intervened, and it'll be credited to him. Now then, Spencer, offside. He was the man beaten in the defensive role here by Neville, and slipped at the vital moment as he tried to make a second challenge. And the ball coming off Ellen Johnson. Cantona doing exactly what he should have done, turning the ball back across the face of goal. And Cole, well, the kind of chance strikers dream of course. So we have a game now, all right. Chelsea 1, Manchester United 1. It has been a very good semi-final. These, as I was saying in the first half, can often be disappointing spectacles because there's so much at stake, but this has been a terrific match. Sharp, but, and now Keane to Cantona. Oh, well played, Cantona. Cole, Neville, and now Nicky Butt linking again with Neville, looking for Giggs. The ball cleared as far as Keane got too far underneath it. We better ask Eric Cantona to show him how it's done. Well, Ferguson's face betrays no real sign of emotion, but I'll bet he was leaping to his feet when that goal went in moments ago. He wouldn't have been, because he knows now, Glenn Hoddle, that his side are in trouble here. Their tactics designed perhaps to get a goal and then defend it, but what are they going to do now? They've got to come out and play, and against this rampant Manchester United side, that is no easy job. And still some concern on the bench about Phelan. And you have to say, the goal having been created down Phelan's side of the field, had he been properly fit, could he have made a contribution to stopping Neville's run? But here goes more danger now, surely, for Chelsea. Beckham. A mistake by Burley, punished by Beckham, and 2 goals in 4 minutes for Manchester United. What a contrasting scene now inside Villa Park. Chelsea had been buoyant, now their chins are on the ground. What on earth was Burley thinking of? It was a crazy thing to attempt as he volleyed the ball back towards his own goal, and David Beckham snapped to score his 6th goal of the season and his first in the FA Cup. But really, poor Craig Burley has to take the blame for such an incredible error. What a good finish though by Beckham, who should have been the first name on the score sheet today anyway, denied by the post in the first half. And another goal that came down that side of the field that Phelan you would have expected to be patrolling, and I just wonder really whether Chelsea should not have taken him off when they had the opportunity to do so. Well, it's hard to see Chelsea turning this game round, because Manchester United really throughout have been the better side. I don't think anyone would contest that, even the most rabid Chelsea fan. But when Hughes engineered the goal, it looked as though Chelsea could carry on to defend their lead, but not now. It's been swept away in a few minutes. But here's Hullet trying to get them back level again, and Schmeichel doing well, but it's come out to Spencer. Tremendous stop. There's plenty of life in this game yet, it seems. Schmeichel performing miracles. Well, there's still half an hour to go, but already I would mark this down as one of the best FA Cup semi-finals in years. Giggs for Manchester United, but it's done well. Giggs, oof dear, the tackles are flying in now, all right. Spencer, and Chelsea are not going to lay down and die at all. That's a free kick, foul by Keane. Chelsea's season more or less resting on the outcome of this match, of course. They're about halfway in the Premier League, so it's all down to the FA Cup for them. Manchester United have bigger fish to fry. Still very much hopeful of another championship. Here's Phelan. Good ball, it should have been anyway for Hullet, but Nicky Butt just got a foot to it. And that tackle by Wise has brought a free kick for Manchester United. Dived, he said. And he tells Beckham exactly what he thought of that as well. He'd be wise, to pardon the pun, to keep those thoughts to himself. Now look at this for a piece of goalkeeping here. First time, but most remarkably, second time. Cantona getting in front of him as well. I'm not sure whether he might have made the contact actually rather than Schmeichel. 2-1 to Manchester United. 17 minutes remaining. And a place in the FA Cup final at Wembley is the prize at stake here. Cantona trying the back healer, didn't come off this time. Now he has possession again, but has given it away to Lee. Gullit. Good interception by Beckham. Roy Keane for United. Sharp down the left with Cole. Beckham lines up the shot. What a good effort. He did that very, very deliberately. Just assessed where Kevin Hitchcock was. Took a little touch on the ball. Had a look up and then struck it beautifully. Keane turning it forward. Johnson will have to move here with Giggs flying forward. And Giggs' presence has earned them a throw-in. Beckham, one of the many stars, I think, for Manchester United today. And the young men, as much as anyone, have given them the platform for this lead. Cole. Oh, that's great play by Andy Cole. It was a wild challenge on him, but an effective one by little John Spencer. Now then, Lee winning it back for Chelsea. It's a waste. Did well initially, David Lee, but clobbered the ball a little bit too hard in the end. We move into the final quarter of an hour here with Manchester United leading Chelsea by 2-1. Gullit. Spencer. Peacock in support down the left. And there's a ball to test the defenders. May's header and prevented from going behind for a corner. But here's Myers. He was a bit loose, that ball by Myers. And Keane gobbles it up greedily and happily and sends Ryan Giggs down the left. Cantona. Oh dear. I would have, again, expected more of Manchester United in that attack. And the game poised on a knife edge now. Can Chelsea get another equaliser? Or get an equaliser, because, of course, they went into the lead. Gullit. It's a good little ball for Dennis Wise. Chance here. And Schmeichel saved it, even though he was on the ground. Won back by Spencer. That's good play by the little Scot. Now Ruud Gullit. Great effort by Gullit. He's trying to claim it was touched over by Schmeichel. The referee says goal kick. Lee. Can Chelsea come back here? Peacock. Whoops. Just the gift that Manchester United were looking for. And they might make something of it here with Cantona. But again, Myers defending exceptionally well. This is Burley. And this is Cantona. Pauses before delivering it forward. Dewberry comes to head it back. And Chelsea have possession again with Lee. Hughes. Ellen Johnson now. United funnel men back though when danger threatens, but Burley produces a brilliant ball down the right for Spencer. Hughes is in the middle, so is Gullit. A little bit too much air on the cross, but Gullit still battling to win it, and has done so. Peacock. Gullit again. Dangerous cross to the near post. Comes back out to Peacock. And he smashed it straight at Nicky Butt from close range. And players gone on with Cantona in possession. Oh, what a great ball for Cole. Now this looks dangerous. Manchester United could clinch things here. Andy Cole. A little bit greedy perhaps. We had two players in support, Giggs and Keane, but wanted the shot. Nicky Butt is back on his feet again, by the way, for United. The clock ticks away. 7 minutes remaining on my watch.
Come on, Ryan!
Peacock. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Well, Mark Hughes so wanted victory today against the club whose colours he wore so successfully for so long. And remember, it was Mark Hughes who scored that late equaliser for Manchester United a couple of years ago in the semi-final against Oldham. And that got them through to the final in 1994 against Chelsea. He went on to score in that final as well. So, as someone said once, it is never over till the fat lady sings, or the rather slimmer referee blows the whistle. So anything can happen still here, especially in this game, which is seesawed. Craig Burley in possession. 6 minutes remaining. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1. Peacock knocks it forward and May just about got there. Brave header by Myers. Manchester United's throw-in. Manchester United going back to Wembley yet again, or will Chelsea send this game into extra time? Cantona for United. A little bit of trickery. And he suddenly sees a gap and goes for it. Cole. Couldn't quite get it back to him. But Keane has done well to find Giggs. Under 5 minutes to go, and Cantona can wrap it up. Great save. And turned back by Cole, but not quite over the line. Wonderful save by Hitchcock from Cantona. Chelsea panicking a bit at the back now, but they've still got a glimmer of hope of saving it. It would have been all gone then if it had not been for their goalkeeper. 2 goals in the space of 4 second-half minutes have turned this game. Although, in all honesty, Manchester United have been the better team throughout. Ryan Kidd, Alex Ferguson's number 2, trying to indicate to his players to keep going, keep concentrating, because there's less than 60 seconds between them and a Wembley place now, plus whatever, of course, the referee adds for stoppage time. Giggs. Great run, and here's Cole, can finish it here. Oh, wonderful save again by Hitchcock. Oh, how well he did then, the Chelsea goalkeeper. And if they do snatch an equaliser now, or in stoppage time, he deserves a very big bonus. Hitchcock, he's twice prevented what looked certain Manchester United goals in the last few minutes. Ruud Gullit. Hughes turning it on. Johnson. Blue shirts to pick out in the middle, plenty of them. Schmeichel came and claimed it though. He must have had 6 men to try and find there, Johnson. And we are now into stoppage time. Wise just didn't read the flight of the ball really. Schmeichel did. Have a look at the watch ref is roughly the message from the United bench. As Hitchcock launches it upfield, it's all over. Manchester United, led today by Eric Cantona, and in spite of Ruud Gullit scoring the opening goal for Chelsea, will go back to Wembley again for their 4th FA Cup final in the last 6 years, and their 14th in all. A marvellous day for the Manchester United youngsters. Beckham scoring what proved to be the winning goal, and the Neville brothers made a massive contribution as well. Mark Hughes, a former Manchester United player, had laid on that opening goal for Ruud Gullit. But Manchester United scored twice in 6 minutes in the second half, and Alex Ferguson is back at his second home of Wembley again, and I think any neutral will agree with me when I say that Manchester United thoroughly deserved their triumph here today. The final score here, Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1.